Welcome to Sideline View this week. Special guest Jed Copham, owner of BIR. We're on location out at the Brainerd International Raceway, and Jed, things are kind of heating up here. Starting tonight, I guess you got the Wednesday night drags, but just kind of tell us a little bit about what's coming up here early in the season, and we'll progress through the schedule.
All right, thanks for coming out, Mike.
Sure.
And, yeah, like you said, we have a lot going on this year, some new events, and we're just getting going with the season. We got a great one lined up. So, like you said, tonight we kick it off with our first drag race. It's the first of 9 Wednesday night street legal drags, where anyone with a street legal car and a helmet can come out and race. So,
yeah.
Try out get the timing system, grudge race your buddies. The goal of that's to keep racing off the streets. So
sure.
We kick it off with that. We've got a host of special events throughout the months, and some big ones as well coming up with Memorial Weekend as a big one. We
NASCAR event.
We have our K&N NASCAR series, and we also will have drag racing. We'll have our muscle car series on the drag strip. We have the NASCAR K&N series on the road course, as well as the SCCA has a regional national combined running that weekend as well. So that should be a good one.
Maybe talk a little bit about the facilities too out here, Jed, as far as what's available. What is I know you added that road course a couple years ago, but you also have the existing one as well as the drag strip. But just to familiarize people a little bit with the facility.
Yeah, well, BIR is definitely, we're known for our quarter mile. It's one of the longest shutdowns on the circuit. About 5,000 foot straightaway. Now this straightaway we're standing on actually incorporates the original road course, which is a 10-turn, 3.1 mile road course built in opened in 68, built in 67, and was really what this place started as. Now with a mile-long straight, it's hard to not see that and want to drag race on it. So drag racing has really been the forte here for years, and will be for years to come. Now we are, like you said, with our new track, we're branching out and getting a road course suitable for spectator events now. And that really comes down to the safety and barricade system that we've been putting in at BIR in the last few years. It's wall and fence. And I use the analogy, if you go to the zoo, you want something between yourself and the tigers, right? Well, the 4,000-pound car going 150 miles an hour, I mean, you need a pretty good cage, and that's what we're building here. So, and that also allows us to run both events at the same time. We can have a road race and a drag race. And actually, some events we have more than 2 things going on this year. At one of our races, we have a drag race. We have a couple road course events. We have snowmobiles on the pond doing water skips, both oval and drag, all in the same weekend. 1 ticket, 1 price.
Yeah.
So.
There's always, something going out here. Like today, they're testing some emergent law enforcement vehicles and something. It's always, there's always something that seems like almost every day going on here. It's not maybe a spectator event, but
there's always something. Yeah, we have a lot of private events, and today we're actually doing EVOC training. Every couple of years, law enforcement's required to take some training and learn, and freshen up their evasive maneuver skills, and that's what's happening here today. And we have a lot of events where certain corporations will come out and test their product, and a lot of that's during the week, and on the weekends we try and race.
Other than, we'll get to the Nationals last, but other than the Nationals, what are maybe some of the spectator events that you think are like the big draws?
A couple of the other ones besides Nationals would be the Labor Day weekend, the NASCAR. Our 4th of July this year is a Wednesday, where the weekend after is our 25th annual show and go. That's also paired with the CRA, a motorcycle superbike club that runs. They'll be racing on the road course, and we'll have our pro outlaw and outlaw classes on the drag strip, as well as a host of everything from 200 miles an hour down to 14, 15-second cars that can run on that weekend. So
sure.
A few more that are really worth noting. We've got the Modern Automotive Performance Proving Grounds. It's a sport compact weekend. That's American and domestic, the smaller cars, the sport compacts. They do drag racing, they're doing autocross, they do drifting where you're sideways blowing smoke, and they've got, like I say, the autocross and some lapping and some road course as well. So a lot going on that one. And actually, I can tell you the date there is June 22nd to the 24th for that one. Okay. We have an all-bike weekend this year with bike drag racing, bike road racing. There'll be some stunts going on. We'll have a bike show, and there'll be a dyno here, so it's a great destination for clubs to come on out and have an all-bike experience here at BIR.
Sure. And of course, you get your Nationals, middle of August. It's obviously, every year it's a tremendous event. Roughly 100,000 people coming, through here for 3-4 days, and This year, I think, is what, the 31st or
31st, yeah. Last
year
was 30 years. This year is the 31st. So
that's just going to be another huge event, obviously.
it is, and this year we're redoing our entrance. VIR has kind of been a little notorious for a traffic jam at our front gate, and I believe this year we're going to fix that problem, and you'll be able to drive in, park, and get in this event like never before. So the fan experience should be much better when you can get into a facility, get to your seat, and start enjoying the races and get out of the traffic. So that's something we're going to make happen this year.
And every year, I mean, the top names in drag racing are here, and they'll be here again this year. And I can't believe how big. I mean, I remember the first year the event was here back. I think it was '82 was the first one.
1982. 82 was Shirley Muldowney won.
Yeah, and it was really wasn't nearly as big as it is now. I mean, it's just growing into it's televised and stuff. So it's a huge event. It's probably the biggest event of the summer in this area. So. Can't beat it if you like racing. I mean,
can't beat it if you like racing, and the atmosphere. I mean, we kind of have some zoning in our campground for the folks that have families and want a little lower key, and then we have kind of the little less restricted area for people to have to enjoy their time off and have a little party. So.
Well, anything else about the BIR? Otherwise,
the last thing then, I mean, you had Nationals, and then Labor Day weekend we kick it off. We end the season every year with our muscle car shootout, which features the 4th year of the Trans Am Series, which I don't know if you know, the Trans Am Series was big here in the mid 70s and early 80s. Yeah, Paul Newman was here, and there were many big names back in the days on what won on Sunday, sold on Monday was the logo back then. And things have changed a little bit. The series has changed, but we're happy to have them back again for their 4th year. So, and I also have to mention our performance driving school. We've got a bunch of dates this year where you can bring your own car out and get some instruction and get on track, or you can run one of our cars as well. It's a sport racer. It's like a big go-kart on steroids, and you can come out and get some instruction, get a ride along, get out there in that car and see what it feels like to actually be in a race car for yourself. So.
Okay, I think that'll wrap it up with Jed, and we'll be back with a little bit of the high school scene here in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Thanks for coming. Thank you so much.
All right.